the Libertyville School District?
Yes.
Is this to do with a merger, a
This
consolidation?
is. Fairfield School District has it has proposed shutting down the Libertyville school, transferring the students from Libertyville to the Fairfield School District. And this bill, if it had gone through the subcommittee, which doesn't look like it's going to go through the subcommittee, would have allowed Libertyville to petition to the neighboring district, which is Cardinal, and allow that school to stay open.
Is that Cardinal of Eldon? Is that what it's called?
Cardinal School District is in the Eldon area, yes.
Okay.
What will be the implications if this bill doesn't make it out?
It means that the school in Libertyville will probably close and consolidate with Fairfield, even though the Libertyville test scores were higher than the Fairfield test scores.
Do parents in that district have the opportunity to open enroll to a Cardinal?
We're working on that as a separate process to try to make sure that process can be streamlined to allow them to do it. But once again, the frustration ends up being is if, let's assume everyone in Libertyville decides to open enroll to Cardinal, their property taxes are still paying for the Fairfield School District. And I think it would be right for them to make that decision as a community on whether they wanted to petition Cardinal and then allow Cardinal to make the decision on whether they wanted to accept that. I mean, when we talk about local control, this is probably the epitome of that style of governing.
How important will that transportation equity bill then going through be to all of this? 'Cause that was in the committee.
Well, transportation equity is a very important aspect of this. What we're dealing with is we're dealing with rural school districts that have a much higher per pupil cost for transportation, which will allow them the flexibility to spend their dollars more specifically on education and less on the transportation. So I think it's a huge issue.
Was Libertyville K through 12 or K through 5?
It's an elementary school.
So it's K through 5?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. I can go online, but maybe
Sure.
will be there.
Why isn't it advancing on the subcommittee? I mean, did they feel like this wasn't something for the legislature to get involved in?
Well, what happened was the feedback that we got from the Board of Education and from the AEAs was that the complexity of trying to take a section of one school district and open it up in order to be implemented into another one would cause a lot of unintended consequences with regards to property taxes and how the formula for education works. I mean, the problem ends up being is a lot of the things we want to accomplish, our hands are tied because of the complexity of education formulas. And so until we get a handle on how we fund education in the long term and streamline that process, a lot of these ideas in order to solve everyday problems are somewhat, our hands are tied.
But would you also have every school district coming to you saying, hey, fix our problem, we've got it?
I'd like to open this up directly so that the local community can petition a neighboring school district so that the neighboring school district can then vote on it. And once again, that comes down to a vote of the local community. It comes down to a vote of the school district that they want to petition to. And if both those votes are passing, then that merger should be able to be happening.
Is Libertyville in your district?
It is.
Okay.
All right.